and welcome to our next episode of Masterpiece Storytime with Mr. Kirkland. Today, as you can see, I don't have my getup. I don't have my nice jacket, my hat. I guess the producers of my video were upset it was going to start looking like the captains in the story, all raggedy looking, and they didn't want that happening. I don't know. I guess good help's hard to find. Isn't that right, Alf? See Alf over there laying down on the job. Think I should fire him? I don't know. So, better do better next time, Alf. I'm watching you. Alright. Anyway, all joking aside, let's go ahead and get started with our next chapter. We are on chapter 5. It's called The Last of the Blind Man. So let's see what happens. Curiosity drove out fear. I crept from under the bridge to the edge of the road and watched as my enemies' heads rose up out of the mist. They were led by the blind man, and soon 7 or 8 of them had reached the door. "Down with the door!" he cried, and soon they were rushing at it, surprised to find it open. Their terrible leader urged them on. They were in the Admiral in a moment, and suddenly I heard a startled cry. "Bill's dead!" The blind man told them to stop their blubbering and to search his body for the key. They rushed upstairs, threw open the window, and started yelling. "Listen, old Pew, someone's been here before us. The chest is torn apart, but the money's here." "Drat the money," he answered. "Where's Flint's fist? Is it on his body?" The men searched but found him bare. Then Blind Man Pew cried out, "It's that boy. I wish I'd put his eyes out. They were just here. They had the door bolted just before. They must be close. Fan out and find them." They roared through the inn, knocking things about as they tried to find us. Then we heard a whistle from the hill ring out 2 times. "That means it's Dirk," said one man. "We'll have to get a move on now." But Pew lashed out at them, calling Dirk a coward and all of them fools for not searching harder. "Find it, and we'll live like kings. You were all too cowardly to face Bill, all except for me. And I was blind." And with that, Pew began to strike at them with his cane, causing a great uproar among them. Soon they were fighting like cats and dogs. Suddenly the sound was broken by that of hooves and the ring of a pistol shot. The buccaneers turned and ran in every direction. Only Pew was left, tapping and cursing and crying out their names as he passed right by me. When he heard the riders, he spun and ran in a panic, slipping beneath one of their horses. He fell at their feet, now quite still. I soon saw it was a boy from the town and several officers. They immediately understood what had happened and took off in pursuit, slowed down by the weather and the need for their horses to go up steep hills. When they arrived at the docks, they saw that a small boat had already been set loose and that the scoundrels had escaped scot-free. My mother had recovered in the inn, but not old Blind Pew. The man was more dead than stone. At the inn, we discovered everything in a wreck. After telling them my story, the head officer understood that it was the scroll in my jacket they were after. We quickly decided to make our way to Dr. Livesey's house to get it put away for safekeeping. With that, an officer helped me onto the back of his horse, and I was off again into the night. And that's it, guys. That was chapter 5, and that was called The Last of the Blind Man. Please join me next time when we read chapter 6, The Captain's Papers. See you next time, guys.